is your promotion? Where is your elevation? Where is your acceleration? Where is your new season? Oh, the sound of your amen. Let it come out of the grave.
I got my dream job. I testified 2 years ago that on this altar, after 4 years of so many applications, more than 4,000 applications, I got my job because I heard the testimony on this altar of someone that was also in the UK working in the construction industry. He got his dream job and I keyed into that testimony and God did it for me. Now, 4 years into this role, I've been stagnated. I've been seeking for promotion, but I've been told that I'm not good enough for promotion and all of that. It was clearly stated in my end of year review. In the beginning of this year, my manager and others had a meeting with me where I was told that I'm not going to be promoted. And I kept praying, and that was top of my list in the 21 days fast. Before the end of the 21 days fast, this recruiter contacted me if I was interested in this job that is also going to come with a promotion. Of course, I told him yes. Pastor Jerry kept declaring that this one will work.
This one will work. This one will work.
Lo and behold, I did the interview. The next day, during the rain of answers, I got my answer. I got this job that comes with a promotion, better pay. To God alone be all the glory.
I offered accommodation services to a UN agency, and for close to 5 months, they had cut me off because of the challenges in funding. But I prayed and called on Elroy every day. I called on Elroy to see me through because this agency is one of those that really paid me well. So my last contract with them was in December, and there were no hopes. According to all that they told me, there were no hopes that they would contract me ever again. So when we were on the funnels of answers, I had my word. My word came through 1 hour into the prayer on 11th of May. Pastor Jerry declared and said, you enter this week as a champion. You enter this week with high favor. You enter this week knowing the Lord has cleared the way. You enter this week with your evidence. You enter this week with your answers.
You enter this week as a champion. You enter this week with high favor. You enter this week knowing the Lord has cleared the way. You enter this week with your evidence. You enter this week with your answers.
I grabbed that word, of course, and at exactly 3:20 p.m., I received a call from from the former finance and admin, who is no longer working there. He called me and said, the new finance and admin manager wants to talk to you. I gave him your contact and he's going to call you. He wants to know how we have worked with you before, so tell him how all things worked. And immediately he dropped his call. Like at 3:30 p.m., the other guy called me, how he wants to meet me, and he'll be flying into Uganda the next day, and asked me if it was okay for me to meet him. I said, no problem, I'll be here to meet you. So when he came, we sat down, we talked, and he told me how he had interesting things about me, how I gave great service to their agency, and he didn't have any regrets that he was going to work with me. People of God, how will you shout today? We have received our first group of guys that we give accommodation services from ever since we were put off their service providers. So I thank God.
I had, written my ideal job description on the fire altar. I printed my CV. Before now, I was, of course, sales executive, but I printed my CV and I wrote sales and marketing manager, and I put it on the fire altar. At some point, I was like, okay, let me just go drop off the laptop and phone I was working with while I was freelancing with these people. And it ended up with me getting a job description to leave the entire company while the CEO was leaving to set up the Dubai branch. And I couldn't believe it. For them to print my business card, and they asked me, what job description do I want? And I was like, oh, okay, sales and marketing manager. And, basically God put me in a place where I gave myself the exact same role that I've been praying about. And between that time till now, I've been promoted twice to sales director and now head of sales and marketing. So the core of my testimony is 21st of January 2025, so exactly 1 year and 5 months ago, I had a client show interest in the biggest deal of my career. It's a penthouse apartment. I've been following up this deal for 1 year, 5 months now. On Monday, we were praying for congratulations, and I took it really, really seriously. I prayed like everything depended on it. On my congratulations note, when Pastor told us to put a date, I put this day. And before end of business on Monday, my CEO came to me and told me, Jason, congratulations. And the beautiful thing about it was, we had to put our name out there in the atmosphere, and I was like, Jason, I'm going to go congratulations. And it eventually happened, and it was amazing, you know. And the two big things for me, first of all, this is the longest deal I've ever done in my career, and the biggest deal I've ever done in my career. So what God cannot do doesn't exist. Pastor Jerry, thank you so much for the fellowship. Thank you so much for taking us along at every step of the way. May God continue to bless and keep you.